Welcome back, and today I'll be showing you my favorite scav run on streets. Now obviously there's other scav runs that can make more money, but I find this one to be the most fun, the quickest, and overall the most enjoyable, while still netting a decent profit. So by all means, you're free to go hit up stashes on woods, shoreline, or customs, but I prefer this scav run because I don't hate myself. And with that, let's hop right into it. To start off, a couple of footnotes. Firstly, ignore the right hand side of the map. There are some good spots there, and if I spawn there I do tend to hit them, but my main priority is making it over to the left hand side of the map as fast as I can. And the second note, while there are a heap of spots to loot, and you can probably make a heap more money than I will in this video, I tend to skip a lot of spots because either A, they're looted already, B, I can't be bothered going over there, and C, because ultimately it makes these scavs runs faster, and I end up making more money in the long run. And while I probably don't need to say it, these runs are made more profitable and faster if you have higher scav rep. For newer players, you can see that under your fence tab, it shows up as fence reputation, which can obviously be increased by taking paid vehicle extracts, co-op extracts, and overall just extracting as a scav in general. But with that, like, subscribe, and let's get into the run. We spawned in the middle of the map, and throughout these games I'll have a map up to help you follow where I am, but our first priority here is making our way over to Lexos. Lexos has a bunch of medical spawns, meaning it can be easy to find a LEDX here. It also has a bunch of valuable spawns on the far side, which can be great for making some money. It's important to note that within Lexos, Kaban can spawn, and unless you have 6 scav rep, he will gun you down. So it's always good to be vigilant, and skip over this spot if he's there. This couch right here has 2 med spawns, which means you can find a LEDX on either of the cushions. In the crate just across as well, there's a LEDX spawn on the bench, in the med case, it can always be there, and on the couch on the far side of the room. Now running further into Lexos, you can hit up the filing cabinets in these various places, but I tend to skip over that and check this desk, which can sometimes have valuable parts, such as suppressors, or I run past that and into the crate that I'm running to here, where you can also find another med spawn. After checking this table, I move into the little secluded garage, which can have a bunch of med spawns in it. There's a med spawn on this shelf here, this table thing here, this shelf out back, and all the med crates. After I looted this joint, I go and check this crate over here, which can have 2 medical spawns on one of the desks. Then I run just across the way to this other yellow building here, which can have a bunch of valuable spawns and medical spawns in it. There's a lot of loot upstairs, but I tend to miss that given it's mostly just filing cabinets, and I check downstairs in this room here, which can have a bunch of valuables, and this room here, which has a bunch of meds. After Lexos, we head up north to this apartment complex right here. Now there's 2 spots I tend to check. The first one is here on this rubble next to the dead scav, where a valuable can spawn, and the other is down the hallway. If this door is closed, then I loot this room because it can have some tech spawns and it has a stimulant spawn in this suitcase here. If this room's looted, then I skip over it. If it's not, then I go and check this PC spawn over here, which has 2 static tech spawns on the desk next to it. After this, we continue going north through the quad. This building on the left here has a lot of filing cabinets if you have spare space in your backpack or rig. Otherwise, I tend to skip over it and go straight to the room with 2 pigs doing something questionable. In here, there's a valuable spawn next to the pigs, 1 in the door frame, and some can spawn on the desk. Additionally, there's 4 filing cabinets and a PC in there if you want to loot those too. After looting that, we're going to run back outside and over to this door here. Now in this room there's a duffel bag and a dead scav, which by all means you can loot, but the real reason we're here is the valuable spawns that can be in the shoebox and in the box on the other side of the room. Going further into this joint, there's a bunch of barter items that can spawn on the shelf next to these filing cabinets, and by all means, yet again, you can loot the filing cabinets if you want. I just can't be bothered because of how long-winded it is. Upon leaving this storage closet, there's a tech spawn on this desk here and on this little table here. The next thing we're going to do is walk out and to the left. After continuing down a little bit, you should see this little ramp made of planks that you can then use to get up into this room. Now, valuables can spawn heaps in here, so it's always worth checking. Valuables can spawn on all of these brown things that fill up the center of the room. and can also spawn all throughout the rubble on the back end of the room. After this, we're going to leave and we're going to run out to the left again. Upon reaching the van that has the dead scav beside it, we're going to continue on left. Now this door here can be opened by scavs, so if it's open, don't skip over it. The way you know if it's been looted is whether the doors on the inside are open. In this case, it is. So I wouldn't bother looting any further, given most of it's going to be taken. However, if you find the door closed, there is a safe behind the main desk, as well as a PC, and a bunch of ration spawns on the table. Not only in this end room, but there's a bunch of duffel bags in the room next to it, and a couple of PCs on the other side of the building. Next, we're going to leave, and we're going to go through this gate right here. Now, after a quick little zigzag, we're going to cross the road into this red building. Now, the door down the bottom, again, can be opened by scavs, but the one up top can't. So, if you see the one up top closed, it's always worth checking. There are a bunch of valuable spawns upstairs and downstairs. The first spot you want to check is this bedroom, where a valuable can spawn on the bed or on the floor. The next spot you want to check is this little room next to it. Valuables can spawn on the table, rations on the stove, and more valuables on both the chairs. Next, upon going downstairs, you're going to check all of these little, showcase cabinets, where valuables can spawn in any of them. Now, if you have the extract to this part, which is near Kamachaska, I don't know, I don't speak Russian, but if you have that extract, you can get out here. If you don't, I'm going to show you where to go. Now what you're going to do is run out and to the left again. You're going to cross the main road and to the other side. We're going to go to the Cardinal Apartment Complex Parking Exfil. That's one that I can pronounce. Now, if you have a bunch of space left in your bag, I do tend to hit up a lot of the filing cabinets in these stores over here. However, if you have a full bag, which in most cases, if you're following this route, you do, then you're going to continue straight to the extract. If you don't have a full bag though, let me show you the spots where I usually tend to hit. There's a bunch of filing cabinets in this building here, some duffel bags over here, more filing cabinets here, and a valuable spot here. Now we're going to continue that way, move left through the building, the main square of Cardinal Complex, and now you're going to run over here where the extract is. Now, this raid that's been shown primarily throughout the video is actually a really bad raid. A lot of the spots that I hit were already looted or the valuables didn't spawn, so I only ended up netting about 400,000 rubles. However, the secondary one that I've been showing throughout the video did net me 1 million rubles. Which just goes to show that even though this isn't the most efficient or best, you can still have fun while making a decent chunk of money. I hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial, and I'll be back to making my normal content soon. And like I said in my last video, I have a big project that I've been working on, which should be coming out in the next month or so. But with that, I thank you for watching. I ask you to like, subscribe, and watch some of my previous videos. And see ya.